And with that, I've dug a hole. Welcome back to another episode here on the OmathaCraft Season 4 server. It is episode 29, and in today's episode, we are going to be doing something very, very long overdue. Now, the reason I have dug a big hole is, well, is to do with this. I mean, my base has been an absolute state for quite a while now. And we need to, I mean, just look at all of this. We've got chests upon chests of just random bits and pieces. I mean, we've got some totems over there. Look at that. There's some concrete, but there's some. I need some torches. I'll grab some of them actually. We've got some food in there. Oh my! This is just. It hurts my head. It hurts my head being over here, and I'm fed up with it. It needs to be sorted. So, in today's episode, that is the plan. We are going to make the preparations or do the groundwork for our storage system, which we are going to be doing underground. I say underground, we're only walking down here straight forward, but this is the area we are going to be digging and making our storage system in. I want to show you the storage system we are going to be building, so let's head straight to the testing world. So, we are going to be going for a fairly standard storage system. Now, the reason for this is last season I tried to build one of these, but was really lazy and never got around to actually doing the redstone stuff and the water streams, and it ended up being fully manual. I want it not to be manual because so often it's so much easier to dump all my stuff into a chest and for it to all sort, and I tell you what, it saves so much time. So what I did was, I think the best way, so this is a tip for you people, the best way to find out which items you need in your storage system is what I did is I put some hoppers down like this, and I literally went through the creative menu and I pressed Q on any item I think I might store. And what I've got from this is I have got a couple of chests worth of items which I want stored. So as you can see, if I quickly flick through these chests just here, you'll see there's a whole bunch of items in there that I want stored in my base. So with that, and there'll probably be a couple of others. So what I've decided is I did some adding up there, and I roughly worked out that is about 100 items, with a few spaces for some extra items. So as you can guess, I mean, that's a lot of chests. So we're going to do this. We're doing this on a big scale. I don't care that that's a lot of chests. We are going to have 100 separate item filters. So I was working out how are we going to break that down. So we are going to break that down into 4 sets of 20. So we're going to have one set there and one set there. And then we're going to have another set there and another set there. Alongside that, we're also going to have a miscellaneous storage and other kind of bits and storage. So we've got a fair big space. And that is why we've done a whole bunch of digging. But now what we need to do is we need to head onto the server. And yeah, I think we need to grab quite a bit of wood. Because, I mean, that's 200 single chests. And there's 8 pieces of wood per chest. That's 1,600 pieces of wood. Yeah, I think I've got some trees to chop down. I'll see you in a minute. Well, I've actually just looked in my wood box, and I might actually have enough. Yeah, let's take a look at how much maybe all of this spruce wood here is going to give us. Well, there we go. That surprisingly isn't as much wood as I thought it would be. I mean, we have gone through quite a lot of my stacks of logs, but all I now need to do is I just need to sit here. I need to just craft up all of these into chests, and actually, that's a bit sad. I was hoping it'd be a lot more, but now what we need to do is we need to head into here and work out how we're going to lay these out. Now what I did was I did a little bit of rough testing just for one idea of how we could lay these out, which what I'm thinking is I've left enough room that if we maybe place them, we'd have some chests there, then we'd have a 5-block gap, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we get some more chests just down in there. There would be enough room for the redstone in between. So if we have, let's say, those ones going on there, then we come over to these andesite blocks here. You'll see that I've marked those out just to make sure I knew what was going on. And we place those in like that, and those in like that. That would make our item storage actually done. And then over there, maybe we could have bulk storage. So yeah, maybe over here we can have our bulk storage and miscellaneous item storage. I reckon that will work quite well. So now what I need to do is I just want to count back 20 blocks. I'll place down all of the chests in, and oh my word, I've just thought, this is going to require an absolute ton of hoppers. That's so much more wood. The iron isn't an issue, it's the wood. So maybe we will be chopping trees down a little bit later. But yeah, let's get all these chests laid out. Once we've done that, we can actually crack on and get this storage system built up. probably have just seen from that time lapse that all was going well, we got all the chests in place, we got all the hoppers in place, or there or thereabouts. We've actually really run down our iron and wood supplies. And I put this first one in, and all went well there. That's all done. We don't have the comparators. We are going to need to go quartz mining or find some quartz somewhere to get that all together. So that went well. Then I thought, well, you know what, let's do it. Let's get them all in place. And something has gone wrong. Yes, of course it has, which is not incredibly infuriating whatsoever. But if we take a look over here, you'll see that that is the layout we'd have to do for those hoppers there. And there's not enough room. The idea is they would be touching those 2 bits of redstone dust there. That wouldn't have affected the system at all. But that's all 1 block too close. So I have to work out which way we are going to shift everything. Now I think the best way to shift everything is going to be that way. Everything has to move over by 1 block. Now, oh, actually, which way do we want to shift? I reckon it might be easier. Let's shift everything that way, and we can realign that tunnel so it's not actually wrong. So it looks fine. So it's not non-symmetrical. Because let's just work out where these are going to have to go. So we would have these are going to have to move about 2 blocks. Wow, I've done this so incredibly wrong. I can't believe I've done it so wrong. Yeah, it's all got to move over 2 blocks. I can't believe I've done it so wrong. Oh, I'm such a moron. I don't know how on earth I miscalculated that. I did loads of testing, so I was like, I really don't want this to happen. And typically it has. So, I guess what we've got to do is let's shift all of these over by 2 blocks. Let's get these item filters in place. And maybe we'll start getting somewhere. Right, work has been done. We have shifted over all of the units over, and we've actually built up all of the redstone components part of this done. So the actual sorter system is in place. But you guessed it, we need more wood, we need more iron, because we need more hoppers. So these hoppers are the last set of hoppers which are going to be going in, and those hoppers, as we can see over there, they're going to be pointing into the comparators. That was an interesting way of saying that, I have to say. And for a bit of perspective on what's going on top of these hoppers here, this is going to be our ice water stream. So it's all very, very compact, and then on top of here we can have these glass panes making this all possible. But I think I remember, and you may remember in the time lapse, I actually went over to a load of projects we've actually worked at before earlier in the season, and I'm actually finding loads of resources out there. Now I've got a faint feeling that we may have a load of iron over at the bee farm project, because we took over loads of iron to craft up all the shears and the hoppers for that project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to that bee farm location, which I believe is up in this direction. Yeah, there we go. And let's see if we do have a whole bunch of iron out there. Now I really hope we do, because that'll be one big problem solved. Then, yeah, we're back to the wood chopping. Okay, we're back over here at the bee farm, and I wonder, are these chests anywhere? Yes, oh my word. Yes, look at that. Oh, that is so funny. Why do I just leave empty, like, shulker boxes full of good stuff all over the place? When we were over the tower defense project, that mini game, which we will continue working on later in the season, there was loads of shulker boxes and all that kind of stuff over there. Oh my word, I need to start clearing up. This is exactly, look, here we are. This is exactly why we need a storage system. Anyways, I will get back, let's craft up these hoppers, and let's get this storage system up and running. And it seems to be my new intro, and work has been done. But it has been, and if we take a look at this thing, you will see that up the top we have the item water streams in place. Well, there or thereabouts, and I'm trying to actually land up here. Thank you very much. There we go. Now, I'd like to just explain how these are set up, how they're going to work, and how the system is going to run full stop. And then we're going to take a look down there. I'll show a bit of the sorting I've begun to do, and a little bit of the organising. So over here, this is going to be the start of the stream. So down here somewhere, we'll probably have the item offload system. This is where I'm going to be able to empty my whole inventory, shove it all into the system, and it'll be able to sort itself. So we'll have this water stream which will come up here, and then it's going to join into this stream. Now this is going to hit the chest. The item is going to hit the chest, and travel along on top of the hopper and on top of the water. This will allow the hopper to pick it up if it's the correct item, or it will just travel along if it isn't the correct item. So as we'll see inside of these hoppers, you'll see that this one here is stone, we've got cobblestone, we've got andesite, we've got diorite, we've got granite, we've got dirt, we've got grass, we've got gravel, we've got flint, we've got sand, and then I think the rest of those, yeah, they're empty at the time being. So obviously these will all need to be filled. As you'll see, what we've done is we've renamed an item and we've just put that in there to stop the item filter breaking. And you'll see this heads right down here. The item is going to reach this point here. Now this is, I think, is a very important thing to test. I'm just going to put an apple in there to stop that picking up my item. I'm just going to throw down an item. Throwing out an item there, and it does. I just wanted to make sure it was actually picked up by that block there. So now what we need to do is let's just quickly grab my rockets back so the system doesn't break. And as you'll see, this every single time it comes over, it will hit a chest and it will travel along. We'll pick up that rocket back there, and you will see that, as you can see, this is traveling the whole way round. Now over here, we've had to do something a little bit different. Because where we are going to have the item traveling along is on the inside, not the outside, we're actually going to have to make use of sea pickles right here. If we use 3 sea pickles in that formation just there, and we throw the item down onto it, as you will see, it does go over the top of that hopper just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break those 3 sea pickles. I'm going to place 2. Now I'm going to throw this item down, and you'll see that the hopper does pick it up. I wasn't expecting that to happen. 3 sea pickles, my excuse for that is it's nicer because it gives off more light. So let's pretend that didn't happen. And as you'll see, this just wraps the whole way around. We've got the same thing going on over here, and then we've got room for it to expand back there. Now I've been thinking, and I've been looking through the items I want to sort. I think we are going to need another row or so, maybe 1, maybe even 2 more sections for filtered items and non-filtered items. So yeah, we've definitely got a bit more work to do, but the infrastructure we are beginning to get in place. And as you'll see, a little bit of sorting has actually already been done. I've offloaded some of my stone, my cobblestone, my andesite, and things like that already into the system. Over here, I've started working out where the woods are going to go. So this area down here, this is going to be my wood section. I'm going to have my logs here, I'm going to have my planks, torches, chests, scaffolding, and I've got some room for some other items as well. So that is what I'm going to be doing in between episodes, because unfortunately it is about 2 hours before the video goes out. So thank you very much for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, as it really does help out the channel a lot, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.